to make a turn. And you respond almost immediately, less than a minute later, in the following chat, chat number 5, I spoke to him earlier. He promised to come around 2000 hours. That message is sent to General Sibiya at 11 minutes past 7 in the evening. And if you go back to your chats with Mr. Matlala on page 51,
Commissioner.
Yes, Mr. Ngwan.
May I request this evidence leader to be a little bit slow? I don't think the witness will catch up with him in the speed that is moving it from page 1 to the other pages.
Perhaps when you move, Mr. Shaskalson, if you could ask witness F, are you there? Something.
Sure.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ngwan.
The chats is going to be pages 51 and 52, so if you can bookmark that. The second set of chats is going to be page 245 onwards, and there is in fact a third set of chats at page 482. But if we go back to chat number 9, that is at 19:11:28. It's a few seconds after your message to General Sibiya, where you said, I spoke to him earlier, he promised to come around 2000 hours. Straight after sending that message, you call Mr. Matlala.
Do you see that, witness F?
Yeah, yes, I confirm, Commissioners, in page 51.
And then if you go back to 245, you'll see that at 19:12, in other words, after your call to Mr. Matlala, you tell General Sibiya he will be there in 30 minutes. Then we introduce the third player.
Do you see that? Do you see that, witness F?
I see that, Commissioners.
Now we introduce the third player in this conversation, who is General Shibiri. And we go to page 482. And I suppose to begin with, do you confirm that the person saved under in your phone under the name of General Shiburi, Shiburi, to head office, OCI, is in fact General Richard Shibiri?
That's correct, Commissioners.
So you see at chat number 3 that at 8:03 on that day, General Shibiri texted you and said, where are you? You responded in the following chat, chat number 4, 30 minutes I'm there. And he said to you, Night Rider. And I presume that that was because he expected you to be coming in on your motorbike at night. Is that correct? Is that why?
I would not...
Sorry, witness F.
I would not know what is in why did he said Night Rider, but I assume maybe he knows that, because of he knows anyway that I'm a rider, he responded in that manner, Night Rider.
I see. I've seen elsewhere in the chats that General Shibiri was occasionally concerned about your safety on a motorbike. Do you recall chats of that nature?
I think so.
Anyway, that's not of critical relevance now. What is at page 52, if we go back to page 52, the next stage in this chat is at chat number 1 on page 52, which is at 2026-50, where Mr. Matlala calls you. Go back to page 482, and at 8:28, in other words, 2 minutes after Mr. Matlala's call, you message General Sibiya saying, "Cat has arrived there." And General Sibiya at 8:33 says, "I don't see him." And at 8:34, "Where are you, Kanji?"
Hold it there, Commissioner. I hear you saying General Sibiya said Cat has arrived there. And then I'm not sure if you also said I don't see him. I just want to check with you there.
Sorry, you were the one who messages "Cat has arrived there" at 8:28. Chat number 7 comes back from General Sibiya saying, "I don't see him."
Okay, thank you.
So my question to you is, what was the purpose of this meeting between, it looks like, yourself, General Sibiya, General Sibiya, and Cat Matlala?
Commissioners, it was not a meeting. I think it was, if I can remember correctly, it was an event there by General Sibiya's house.
And what kind of event was it?
If I can recall very well, it was a Thanksgiving ceremony.
And so when General Sibiya at 7 o'clock said, "Ask Cat to make a turn," he was asking Cat to come to a ceremony at his house. He was asking you to ask Cat to come to a ceremony at his house.
I assume.
But presumably, if there was going to be a ceremony at General Sibiya's house and he wanted to invite Cat, he'd do it more than 10 minutes in advance or half an hour in advance. Not so?
I'm not sure if I understand your question, Commissioner. Maybe we could put it on a better and understanding way.
It seems to me strange that if it were a ceremony, that General Sibiya would be asking you at 7 o'clock in the evening to ask Cat to make a turn past his house to attend a ceremony at his house.
I don't know how to comment on that one, but I stand by saying, if I recall very well, it was a ceremony.
And who else would have been present at this ceremony?
Can you repeat that question, Commissioner?
Who else would have been present at the ceremony? Was it a large gathering? Were there, was it a small number of people, large number of people? Who else do you remember being at the ceremony?
A large number of people.
And what sort of ceremony are we talking about?
as I've said earlier, it was a Thanksgiving ceremony, commissioners.
And if it was a Thanksgiving ceremony, why would you have specifically texted General Sibiya to say that Cat has arrived?
General Sibiya is someone or a commander that I usually communicate with more often. I think that it came from there to let him know, or I was asking, even though I did not put a question mark that Cat has arrived there. So it seems I forgot to put in a question mark. But as you see there in chart 7, General Sibiya replies by saying, I don't see him.
But why would you be asking General Sibiya whether Cat had arrived there?
Because I know that General Sibiya was to be in that ceremony.
And why were you interested whether Cat had arrived there?
I was interested because I was instructed earlier that to tell Cat to make a turn.
You see, when you texted General Sibiya, Cat has arrived there, you did so less than 2 minutes after you'd spoken to Cat. So by that stage, you would have known whether Cat had arrived or not. And the absence of a question mark suggests very strongly that when Cat called you at 2026, he was calling you to say, I'm here. Where are you? Where are the others? What's your response to that?
I differ with what you are saying, commissioners. I was asking General Sibiya because at that time I was not at the premises.
Yes, but you'd spoken to Cat less than 2 minutes previously.
That's correct.
So you would presumably know, having spoken to Cat less than 2 minutes previously, whether he was there already or whether he was still in transit.
At that time, Commissioner, I still stand by my statement of saying I was checking if he arrived. Then General Sibiya said, I don't see him.
And you stand by your evidence that this was a ceremony, a Thanksgiving ceremony with quite a lot of people present.
That's correct.
Can and is there anything else you recall about this ceremony in relation to Mr. Matlala? Did you have any communications with Mr. Matlala at this ceremony?
Commissioner, according to my knowledge, if I could maybe quite remember, because of Mr. Matlala, it was someone that I communicated with more often. And I can remember that on that particular day, because let me just go back. Just for example, yes, I think so, Commissioner. Even though I can't open those charts, here now, but I say that.
Sorry, are there any particular chats you'd like to open now? Which chats are you thinking of and which ones would you want to open?
I was just trying to refresh myself, commissioners, so that when I answer, I must answer correctly and to the best of my ability. But I think when it goes, I'll remember exactly which page. But you may proceed, Commissioner.
I mean, if there is any particular chat that you want assistance with, we can have it opened, we can have it displayed on the screen so that you can see it. So if you'd like to find a particular chat and you tell us what it is, I'm sure we can find it and bring it up for you.
Okay, Commissioner, I think as it goes, I'll remember exactly. But for now, let me put it as I've put it, that there are possibilities that it was what I just said now.
Why would General Sibiya want Mr. Matlala to attend a Thanksgiving ceremony at his house?
I would not know, Commissioner.
What did you know about the relationship between General Sibiya and Mr. Matlala, other than the fact that Mr. Matlala had given some impalas to General Sibiya?
Thank you, Commissioner. Just to check the Commissioner's back, even though it is not on my affidavit. Sometime around 23 December or 24, but I will recall clearly, General Sibiya called me to his office. On my arrival there, he said, there is someone in downstairs. Can you go and collect him? I proceeded there in the head office. On my arrival, I found someone whom was known to me. Now, that was Mr. Matlala. I then asked him, hey, what are you doing here? He said, I'm here to see General Sibiya. I've won a tender with South African police services. Therefore, I've got a challenge with that particular tender. I'm here to complain about that. I took him to the said office. On my arrival to General Sibiya's office, I delivered Mr. Matlala. Then General Sibiya said to me, because most of the times his phone is off or silent, it might be in the meetings or parliament. Does Mr. Matlala mind to communicate with him via me if he does not have a problem with that? For in case or when he does not find him on his phone, because I am the one who regularly sees General Sibiya, even after hours, on work relation issues. I personally, commissioners, did not see any problem with that, because at that time, Vusimuzi Matlala was a legit businessman, and he also informed me that he won a tender with South African Police Service. I did not have a problem at all. Then that is when and how myself, Mr. Matlala, and General Sibiya. So sitting here, I was
Sorry,
of the opinion,
sorry,
under my knowledge that
sorry, witness F. I think you disappeared. You said that was when and how, and then there was a break. Do you remember the full sentence when you said that was when and how?
yeah, it was when and how I started to communicate with Vusumuzi Matlala more often with regards to General Sibiya. So that is basically that. Commissioners?
So, if I can just clarify that I got it right. December 2023, General Sibiya sends you downstairs to bring someone up to his office, and that someone is Mr. Matlala.
That's correct, Commissioners.
And sorry, I apologize for interrupting.
Yes, I can be very, very clear about the exact month or years, but the beginning now of the communication is that what I just said now.
So approximately December 2023. You may be out a month or two.
Yeah, I'm subjected to be corrected as it goes. Thank you.
And Mr. Matlala is there to talk about a complaint that he has.
That's correct, Commissioners.
And do you recall, can you give us details of what that complaint related to? What sort of complaint was it?
Commissioners, I only took Mr. Matlala to General Sibiya's office, but briefly when we briefed, actually not briefing, when I contacted him, he said he was here to complain about his tender that he won. So after taking him to General Sibiya, I went out from the office, leaving Mr. Matlala and General Sibiya together.
So he was complaining about the tender that he won. Was that the Medicare 24 Tswani Health tender?
I would not know exactly what was that tender all about, but I can confirm that according to Mr. Matlala, when he told me he was there to complain about the irregularities of the tender that he got from the SAPS.
And he was bringing this complaint to General Sibiya.
That's correct, Commissioners.
And what role does General Sibiya have in relation to any procurement matters?
Thank you, Commissioners. That question, I did not ask Mr. Matlala, nor General Sibiya. I just did as instructed to do, to collect the complainant to General Sibiya's office, and I left it there.
But my question is a slightly different one. General Sibiya, as I understand it, has no role to play in relation to SAP's procurement matters. Is my understanding correct?
I would not comment on that because I don't have a knowledge about that. So therefore, I cannot comment on that. I don't know.
And coming out of that, were you present in the meeting or not? I think I understood you to say you just delivered Mr. Matlala to General Sibiya But can you just clarify that?
I was not in that meeting.
But at some stage coming out of the meeting, it was communicated to you that General Sibiya had told Mr. Matlala that if he wants to speak to him again, he should go through you.
Can you repeat that, Commissioner?
Earlier, you had testified that General Sibiya told Mr. Matlala that because his phone is always off or is frequently off, if Mr. Matlala wants to contact him, he should speak to you, and you would get the message to General Sibiya because you see General Sibiya so often.
Point of correction in that statement, Commissioner. He did not say his phone is constantly off. He said most of the time, where either he's in Parliament, in the meeting, or in the meeting with the National Commissioner, and maybe sometimes his phone is off. There are three things that he mentioned to me.
But he told you that he had informed Mr. Matlala that if Mr. Matlala can't get hold of General Sibiya, he should get hold of you to get the message to General Sibiya.
That's correct, Commissioners.
That was December 23, or approximately December 2023.
That's correct.
Do you recall other contact between Mr. Matlala and General Sibiya between December 2023 and this Thanksgiving?
Can you repeat your, so that I must just understand clearly what the Commissioner is saying?
Well, let's take it a step back. December 2023, General Sibiya gets you to collect Mr. Matlala downstairs, and Mr. Matlala has come to complain about his SAPS tender.
That's correct.
Coming out of that meeting, General Sibiya tells you that he has informed Mr. Matlala that if Mr. Matlala can't get hold of him, because his phone is sometimes off, he should get hold of you, and you will get the message to General Sibiya.
That's correct.
9 months later, on your evidence, Mr. Matlala is attending General Sibiya's Thanksgiving ceremony at General Sibiya's home.
That's correct.
Together with at least yourself and General Shibiri. Is that correct too?
And other people who were
Yes.
invited.
You did mention a relatively large number of other people who were invited. In those 9 months where Mr. Matlala seems to have moved from a complainant about a SAPS tender to someone who attends private Thanksgiving ceremonies at General Sibiya's house, what contact was there between General Sibiya and Mr. Matlala of which you were aware?
What? Okay, can you repeat that question again?
What contact between the two men was there of which you were aware? Because it does seem that Mr. Matlala's position in General Sibiya's life has changed. He's now someone who gets invited to private Thanksgiving ceremonies at the General's home. So what contact between the General and Mr. Matlala were you aware of after December 2023, but before this Thanksgiving ceremony?
There is no contact exactly on what it was, because commissioners, to me, I would get a message from Mr. Matlala, even though I can't remember. Sometimes I'll get from Mr. General Sibiya that Kat was looking for me, or I'm looking for Kat, vice versa. But I did not know nor ask what is the other relationship is about, other than being a complainant.
So what you're saying is you would receive messages from General Sibiya saying he's looking for Kat, or from Mr. Matlala saying he's looking for the general, and you would presumably pass those messages on either to General Sibiya or to Mr. Matlala. Is that correct?
That's correct.
But you don't know what they were discussing, because you weren't part of those. You weren't part of the meetings that came out of those messages.
That's correct.
How many of these sorts of exchanges do you think there were in the 9 months? I'm not asking for an exact number, but is it 1 or 2? Is it 10 or 20? What are we talking about?
Thank you, commissioners. I would not say exactly how many were they, because some of the communications, Kat was not referring them to General Sibiya, he was referring them to me.
I'm sorry, I may not have heard that answer correctly. Can you just repeat it? Kat was not referring what to General Sibiya, and what was he referring to you?
Okay, I'm saying that I would not say exactly how many times were the communications sent to me about General Sibiya or vice versa. The reason is because some messages Kat would send to me or calls. So that makes me be not sure on how many messages directed to General Sibiya.
And what were the messages that Kat would send to you?
Okay, basically, Kat is a biker. Kat is into both, and I'm knowledgeable with both. I'm knowledgeable with bikes. Maybe he would send me a message that says, can you intervene? The boat does not start, or I need safety. Sometimes it will be through the phone calls. Sometimes it will be the message.
So independent of Mr. Matlala's relationship with General Sibiya, he had a relationship with you which was focused primarily on boats and bikes.
That's correct, commissioners.
What do you know about his relationship with General Sibiya?
Who are you referring to?
Sorry, Mr. Matlala. Mr. Matlala's relationship with General Sibiya.
I don't know, commissioners, but I confirm that they know each other.
And do you know in what context they came to meet each other?
I really don't know, commissioners.
I'm going to move on to a related topic. I don't know if the commissioners have any questions they want to put to you on this issue.
I do. Witness F, the relationship between General Shibiri and Mr. Matlala. When did you come to know that they know each other, and in what capacities?
Can you repeat that, Commissioner?
When did you come to know that they know each other? That's the first question. And then the second question, what did you come to know they know, in what capacities rather, did you come to know that they know each other?
Thank you, Commissioners. I learned to know as now I started to communicate with Mr. Matlala more. Mr. Matlala will tell me that I'm coming to head office, but I'm not coming to Stogo. Stogo, referring to General Sibiya, I'm coming to the National Commissioner, that is now General Fandima Semula, or I'm coming to General Shibiri, or I'm coming to General Fani. That is how I learned to know that indeed General Shibiri or Mr. Matlala has got access to most of the generals in head office, other than General Sibiya.
Yes, I was asking about General Shibiri. I wasn't asking you about the others. Why did you think it was necessary to inform General Shibiri that Mr. Matlala has arrived at what you say was a Thanksgiving function? I mean, he was there. You knew that General Shibiri is at the function. Obviously, that's why you say in this message, Kate has arrived there. So you knew that General Shibiri was there. But you also knew that Mr. Matlala has arrived because you talked to him. Why did you consider it necessary to tell General Shibiri? I mean, if Matlala was just one of the guests, why were you telling General Shibiri?
Thank you, Commissioners. Commissioners, the reason that let me start by when the Commissioner said she was not asking about the other generals. I'm answering based on when did I learn that Ket Matlala who knew General Shibiri. That is where now comes other generals that sometimes Mr. Matlala
Witness F, can I please stop you? I've asked you a simple question. Please answer that. You had already told me that he would come there, or you have already told the commission that Mr. Matlala would come to see the many other generals, so I don't need you to repeat that. I'm asking you the question that according to these WhatsApp messages on page 482, you knew that General Shibiri was there, was at the Thanksgiving ceremony, you say it was. You knew that he was there. Why did you, and he would have been there as a guest, because that's what you're telling us, it was a Thanksgiving event. Why did you tell him that Mr. Matlala was there as well? If this was a Thanksgiving event not hosted by you, but by General Sibiya, why do you tell General Shibiri that Mr. Matlala is there?
I just told him, Commissioners.
Sorry, you do what?
I just failed to tell him
No.
that Mr. Matlala was there.
No, Witness F. That's not the correct answer or the true answer. You didn't just tell him. You are coordinating the arrival of people at this gathering, whether it's a meeting or a Thanksgiving event at 8:30 at night, you are coordinating that. You were told to tell Mr. Matlala to come to take a turn at 7:30 at night. You were told, tell him to make a 10. You do that. Somehow, General Shibiri is there. You take the trouble to tell General Shibiri that Mr. Matlala is there. Why? And the answer cannot be, you just thought to. And if you insist on that answer, and if that's your answer, you can repeat it. But if you insist on it, it's not a satisfactory answer.
Thank you, Commissioners. Commissioners, I believe that I answer to the best of my ability. Now, when I answer, the Commissioner said they are not interested in my answer, they are not interested in these things. But when I try to answer to the best of my ability, still the Commissioners are not happy. I don't know how to answer.
All right, just so you understand what it is that I'm saying to you it's untruthful what you're telling us. When you say, I just thought to tell him, what I'm saying to you, and just to make it clear, it is untruthful, that answer. But that is your answer. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chaskalson.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Good morning, Witness F.
Good morning, my Commissioner. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Can we just complete the picture? This Thanksgiving gathering, was it a birthday party? What exactly was it?
Okay. Thank you, Commissioner. I will, as it goes, I will remember. I will remember, but I can confirm it was a Thanksgiving ceremony, Commissioner.
And you can confirm that Ket Matlala did arrive and General Shibiri did arrive. You saw all of them there together with General Sibiya.
That's correct, Commissioner.
Okay.
And Witness F, so General Sibiya did not invite Mr. Matlala. You, in fact, are the one that did it. He instructed you to invite him to a Thanksgiving event. He didn't speak to him to invite him to his function.
The instruction was tell Ket to make a 10.
Yes, so you're the one that invited him on the instruction of General Sibiya.
That's correct.
Thank you.
Witness F, I'm now going to ask you about certain things that took place a few days after this Thanksgiving function. And the starting point is at page 483 of the bundle. And there at chat number 5, at 8:45 in the morning on the 17th of September 2024, that's 3 days after the Thanksgiving function, General Shibiri sent you a message, and he was forwarding you a document, and you'll find that document at page 153 of the annexure bundle. And if you go to page 153, you see that what to Matlala.
That's correct.
And that post reads as follows. Tebogo Tebojani's ex-boyfriend Vusi Matlala and his wife Cordelia Matlala a dive into their business. Vusi Matlala owns Cat VIP Protection Services. Vusi Matlala is friends with Vusi Keke and he is the co-boss of the Boko Haram gang. Vusi Matlala stands accused of defrauding 1 million rands at Tembisa Hospital. Cordelia recently had a little run-in with the law for traveling with police blue lights on. Vusi Matlala is connected in the killing of Babita Diakaram, or spelt Diakam in the post. Vusi Matlala used to operate his drug business through DJ Somebody. Batong, why do you all think DJ Somebody got shot like that? So that was the post that was forwarded to you by General Shibiri. Your response is to go aish with some, I don't know how one describes those emojis. How do you describe those emojis? Do you have a way of describing those emojis? Sorry, but they are, I'm sure there's an official designation for them, but they look shocked, sort of shocked and horrified emojis. Would that be a fair description of them?
That's correct.
Then in chat number 7, General Shibiri forwards to you a message, and that message is forwarded. It's not his original message. It says, someone sent this to me yesterday and demanded money from me or else they will publish this nonsense. I told them to go ahead with it. They're trying to extort money from me. Did you understand that to be a message that General Shibiri had received from Captain Matlala and he was now forwarding to you?
That's correct, Commissioner.
If one goes down to chats 8 and 9, over the page 9 is 484, one sees that there were then 2 calls between yourself and General Shibiri at 9:04 and 9:05. And then in chat 2, on page 484, after the second call, at 9:10, General Shibiri forwarded another message to you. And again, I can confirm that that is a forwarded message. And it says, someone is sending stories to Musa Kaula about you. I'm warning him not to even try write about you. And did you understand that again to be a message that General Shibiri had sent to Cat Matlala and he was now forwarding to you?
That's correct.
General Shibiri then forwards you a screenshot at 9:10. And that screenshot is at page 154 of the bundle.
That's correct.
And that screenshot appears to be a screenshot of a conversation between General Shibiri and Mr. Kaula. And it reads as follows. And again, because it's forwarded by General Shibiri, we can assume that the green is General Shibiri and that the white is Mr. Kaula. And General Shibiri at the top of the screen says, what you asking? Mr. Kaula says, how? How big? I'm hearing he's dating a machle and apparently he is dangerous. There's then a video call and a voice call initiated by General Shibiri. And coming back from Mr. Kaula, I'm hearing that Vusi is from Pretoria. He's married to Cordelia. Vusi is apparently dating Matlala and he's the one funding her lifestyle. I also heard that he has a child with Lebo. Info is still incoming. And General Shibiri responds, Chomi, don't run the story. He's a good guy. He never bothers anyone, and he lives a private life.
Mr. Chaskalson, how do we know that it is General Shibiri who's writing these texts and he did not simply forward them? Where do we see that?
We don't see that. We don't see that. Maybe Witness F can confirm that that was how he understood it.
And the reason I'm asking, just so that we're clear, on page 154, there's what appears to be a reduction. I had assumed that there would be somebody's name there, and for obvious reasons, it has been redacted.
That is the name of Mr. Kawula, not...
No, just above that.
It is the name of Mr. Kawula. Okay. It says, I mean, I don't think there's any need to redact it. It says Musa.
Oh, sorry, next to 1104. That's where I'm looking at.
Sorry, 1104 or 1121?
No. On page 154, right at the top, there's a timestamp 1104, and then something is blacked out there.
No, that's not a redaction. That's the original image.
Thanks.
And if one goes back to the 9:10 message, chat number 2, that General Shibiri sent to Kat Matlala and forwarded to you, he said someone is sending stories...
Sorry, which page, Mr. Chaskasan? Which bundle page?
Sorry, the exhibit bundle. The exhibit bundle, page 484.
483. 484.
484. Earlier you confirmed that you understood that the message at chat number 2 was a message that General Shibiri had sent to Kat Matlala and he was now forwarding to you. Someone is sending stories to Musa Kawula about you, namely about Kat Matlala. I'm warning him, Musa Kawula, not to even try write about you. Would the screenshot that he forwarded to you at 9:10:16 a.m. in chat 3 be essentially evidence of the warning that he had sent to Musa Kawula not to write stories about Kat Matlala? Sorry, Witness F, my question was, well, maybe I should put it slightly differently. Did you understand the screenshot that he sent to you at 9:10 to be a screenshot evidencing that he had warned Musa Kawula not to write stories about Kat Matlala?
I can't comment on whether General Shibiri sent a warning to Musa Kawula not to write stories about Mr. Kat Matlala. But however, I don't see in the screenshot that it's written General Shibiri on the green. But I can confirm that indeed General Shibiri did forward this screenshot to me.
Thank you. Two chats down, chat number 5. General Shibiri says, send my claim to Tabang at finance. Now, who does Tabang work for?
South African Police Services.
And can you give us Tabang's details?
I don't have them. I don't know them. But I confirm that Tabang works in the claims office in South African Police Services.
And where will we find Tabang in the SAPS? In which department will we find Tabang at SAPS?
You will find Tabang in the 4th floor in head office, Pretoria, in the claims office.
Witness F, you did send General Shibiri's claim to Tabang, right?
That's correct, Commissioners.
How did you send it? By email or physically?
Physically, Commissioners.
Okay. And you say you don't know her details?
I don't know the details, Commissioners, I confirm.
Okay. Why were you sending this claim to Tabang in particular? And not to any other person in finance?
Tabang is the one who deals with the claim. That is the reason I sent it to her and asked her instruction of General Shibiri.
Thank you.
Can we then go down, or up rather, to page 53?
I'm here in page 53, Commissioners.
In chat number 1 on page 53 on the 21st of October 2024, you sent to Mr. Matlala a document, and the document is in the annexure bundle at page 13.
Sorry, is that page 13?
13. One three. Of the annexure bundle. Do you have the document, Witness F?
I have it, Commissioners.
I don't have a page 13. My 3 or 4 starts at page 60. You can project it in the meantime. 60.
Sorry, Commissioner, at the adjournment we will ensure that you have all pages in your bundles. This document is an application for a warrant for the arrest of Musa Kawula.
That's correct, Commissioners.
And it's a warrant for arrest for contravening Section 13 of the Cybercrime Act, and count 2 is crimen injuria. You see that?
That's correct, Commissioners.
How did you come to be involved, or how did you come to be in possession of this warrant? Was it your case?
Thank you, Commissioners. I received this warrant. It was Saturday on that particular day. I received a call from Brigadier Ramangwa, whom his team was involved in this matter of Mr. Kawula. He further informed me that there is an information about Musa Kaula and his whereabouts. Therefore, I must proceed to the said location. At that particular time, I was in Rustenburg on a bike event. I was on a motorcycle that day. I further told Brigadier Ramama that it won't work today because it was on Saturday and I was a bit far. It will almost take the whole day for me to drop a bike and take a state vehicle to a said place. Then he insisted that I must proceed where the state vehicle was. I then went back to where the state vehicle was. I then informed Brigadier Amangwa that I have arrived. But the problem is I can't go there alone. There were no members available on that day because it was the weekend. But fortunately, I was able to get hold of Captain Zumu, who further accompanied me to the said address. On our way, then Brigadier Ramangwa sent to me this warrant of arrest. He further elaborated to me that this warrant of arrest, it was of importance. I then proceeded there together with Captain Zumu. On our way, we received a call from General Sibiya telling me that I must also forward this warrant to Mr. Matlala, because at that time, Mr. Matlala had a security company. According to Mr. Matlala, to General Sibiya, Mr. Matlala, his security company always has or have a vision where Musa usually goes on weekends. So it would be appropriate for them, when they effect arrest, they must have a warrant. I did not see any problem with it because usually the subs do work with private securities. I then forwarded it to Mr. Matlala. After 45 minutes, I received again a call from General Sibiya telling me that, or confirming to me about what already General Ramangwa has said to me, that this matter is the matter of importance. The person involved there, he did not mention who it was, but he mentioned me that he's getting a pressure from the high office. High office, the office of the deputy minister, is getting a pressure from there. I then asked the deputy national commissioner, what is so important about this charge? Because according to me, there is no sense of agency. He said this guy insulted a member of parliament. He told me now, the member that he created crime against is Mr. Fikile Mbalula, the secretary of the ANC. The other one is Mr. Z. So basically, they were the complainant. So this matter was putting him under pressure. That is the reason we had to leave everything and attend to it. Thank you, Commissioners.
Just to clarify parts of that answer, Witness F, you said that the alleged insults were to Mr. Fikile Mbalula and then to Z. What is Z's surname?
I don't know it, but it was Z.
Z. And who told you that Z had been insulted? Was that General Sibiya, if I understood you correctly?
That's correct.
So Z was of sufficient importance, together with Mr. Mbalula, to warrant this action against Mr. Musa Kaula.
That's correct.
And your evidence was that it was reported to you by General Sibiya that he had been pressurized by the deputy minister to do this.
That's correct.
And who was the deputy minister at that stage who you understood to have pressurized General Sibiya?
Mr. Castle Makale.
And General Sibiya asked you to forward the warrant to Mr. Matlala.
That's correct.
And did I understand you correctly that he said forward it to Mr. Matlala because we may need, you might want to use his security company to effect the arrest or to assist with the arrest?
That's correct.